Broadcasting live from the Brent Morrison Bomb Shelter and Missile Silos in the heart of beautiful downtown Pekin. It's Tuesday Modern! Hello everyone, I'm Evil Bob, your resident head in the box, and tonight we have a packed house tonight. Believe we got 10 in house tonight. And we are starting off with Master Snell with the bird. His opponent is Jacob Gonzalez, and he's on he's playing Esper Things. Oh, I hope you had a wonderful weekend. I have had a doozy of a weekend, but that's okay. We are here together, and this is how it's going to go. Snell deciding to throw back his starting hand, so he's going to go down to 6. Jacob seems to be sticking with his 7. Oh, let's see here. Zone for 4, 9. Year of the Rhino. Starting off with Snell. Snell's playing bird. Jacob is Esper. And then we have game starting. Tap Steam Vents pass. Flooded Strand pass. Snell comes in with Thing in the Pants. And we are shocking and pushing the Thing in the Pants. So Jacob down to 17. Seems like he took an assessment of the situation and decided he don't want that thing there. Danzy is playing Rhinos again. And Snow is cracking a fetch. Oh, he had already shocked the last turn, so now is a fetch to get an Island. Polluted Delta. So Snow goes for a Thought Scour on himself. Mills, not Phoenix, not Phoenix. And probably is going to pass it back to Jacob. Nope. Goes Faithless Looting. Wow. Jacob goes Opting. Keeps the card in hand. Looks like it was a Fatal Push. That's not feeding into that. Snell's thinking long, hard, loving. So looks like Snell is at 18, not. So Flashback Faithless Looting Logic Knock gets cast for a big one. Snell can't pay. Jacob cast Jace the Derp Sculptor. Goes ahead and ticks him up to Fate Seal. Ooh, Jacob's letting us play the Kyle counting game. 1, 1, 2. Oh, 1, 2. Manamorphose to Faithless Looting. And we are milling himself down 2 and drawing a card. So Jacob has a backup Jace the Derp Sculptor. Jace the Elephant in the Room. 1 red mana floating in Snell's pool. Snell passes turn, sends it over to Jacob, who brainstorms, draws 3 cards, and is going to put those 2 back. And he's going to put down a Polluted Delta to help fetch away the cards he doesn't want. Opting on Snell's turn. So Snapcaster comes down for Jacob. And he is opting. And attacks Snell for 2. And it looks like Snell goes for an Is It Charm. Is It Charm, counter target non-creature spell. Looks like it deals 2 damage to target creature. Didn't happen. Draws 2 cards, then discard 2 cards. So, it looks like what Snell did is he did the loot-de-loot. Manamorphose comes down for Snell, and he is going to Cryptic Command the Manamorphose. Surgicling the Cryptic Command. Jacob doesn't look like he's going to have an answer for it, and goes, ooh, gets a Cryptic out of the hand. Goodbye to that. Goodbye to the one in the deck, or into the graveyard, and goodbye the other 2 copies in the main board. Only 3, okay. So we've got push, we've got all of the targeted removal in the hand. Snow needs to drop Jace, but he also has a backup Jace, and we are Snow drops down a birdie, I believe it was, and yeah, birdie came out of the graveyard, comes into play, and it got pathed. Yeah, the Arclight Phoenix, the namesake of the deck. He's a beast. Jacob gets in for another 2, takes note of 13. And we are brainstorming. So Jacob has 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards in hand right now. Throws 2 back, has 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Play a land, attack for 2. And we are fetching out a island. And opting. Throwing it immediately to the bottom and deciding to draw the Esper Charm. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3. And Snow goes opting. I'm going to leave that on top. And Snow is going to Thought Scour himself. Destroy an enchantment, draw 2 cards, or player discards 2 cards. Faithless Looting. And Jacob fires off an Esper Charm to make Snow discard 2 cards, so he goes from 4 to 2. Jacob untaps, draws land. Brainstorms, draws 1, draws 2, draws 3. And fetches away that. Gets that plains. Jacob thinking about how he wants to proceed now. And he is going to cast Snapcaster Mage and follow up with another Esper Charm and attack for 2. Snow has no cards in hand. He is now Hellbent. That's not a good place to be. And Snow's going to Serum Visions, draw a card, scry 2. And opt into hopefully an answer. I don't know what kind of answer Snow can hope for. Jacob seems to be in solid control here. And Snow just doesn't have an answer. And people say that Jace is just fine in Modern, you know, unless you put him in a deck that is hardcore counter spells and... So, Jacob packing some proxies, that's unlike him considering his stance on proxies, but I guess everybody gets to be a little hypocritical every now and then, but we do not dissuade people from using proxies, because that's why we have open proxy nights. 11 on Tuesdays and 10 on Thursdays to make sure that your deck runs like you want it to run, or try out something new. Let's see here. Jacob did pull out the victory in game number 1, so let's see here. We got Danzy on Rhinos. We have the captain here playing Twinkletron. Damien is not in the tournament. He's running the show tonight. Tyler is on Bant Panorama. Bant Panorama. He's on the Bant Panorama. Jarvis is still playing Podfire. And Mylene with Sisters. And Aaron is on Red Birdie. He's trying his hand at a Phoenix deck. Let's see here. Benji Seidel's in the house. Is on Ponza. And Brandon is doing some hardened scales. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 on hand. Da 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 da. Snell. All right. Jacob shuffling long and thorough. One, two. Jacob thinking about keeping this hand. It's got graveyard hate. It's got a lot of graveyard hate. Snell starts off with an opt. I believe that's going to be a shock opt. And Jacob's going to start off with a Seachrome Coast. Oh no, that was a fast land. Never mind. Drop another Seachrome Coast. Still no Island Plains. And there is a Nihil Spellbomb. And Snell throws a negate at the Nihil Spellbomb. Doesn't like a blanket graveyard wipe. Don't say blame him when your deck is literally relying on your graveyard to function. Blood Moon comes down. Seems good on Snell's part. And Jacob is locked out of all the mana until you know, that's what happens when you switch out your red wedge into an Esper wedge. But then again, we'll see how this plays out. And Snow goes faithlessly looting. And Jacob finally has a blue mana source to go. It's never anything fun to see your opponent find that basic in the deck to flashing back the Faithless Looting. Snow's going to draw 2 and then discard 2 cards. Let's see here. Throws away 1, throws away another 1. 1, 2, 3. Jacob is very fond of taking that third card and shifting it straight to the front. 7 cards in hand for the blue player. Snow is opting into something, hopefully here. Let's get a game 3 out of at least match number 1 tonight, guys. Jace the Mind Sculptor comes down. That's going to get surgical. And we are faithlessly looting. What did we surgical? Looks like we surgicaled a faithless looting, so getting rid of all of those. One has already been flashed back. And we are snapping in Snapcaster Mage, targeting the surgical extraction, and we are going to be extracting the Serum Visions. So he has paid 4 life to do that. So, Faithless Looting and Serum Visions both gone from Snell's deck. Let's see if that's enough, and let's also see if Snappy will be able to to get Jace off the board. Let's go ahead and burn down the Snapcaster. That seems to be fine. Jacob draws quickly and passes the turn back to Snell. Not a whole lot going on over here. Yep, get that other Serum Visions out of there. Snow goes brainstorming. You know, 3 loyalty, 4 mana planeswalker, you know, +2, fate seal somebody, 0, brainstorm, -1, bounce a creature to its opponent's hand, or to its owner's hand. And there's a Drake, and Jacob's just going to scoop up real quick, and we're going to go to a game number 3. Fantastic, fantastic, fantastic. Got a game 3 underway here. And that means everybody goes back up to 20. Oh, let's see here. Let's get Jace out the way. Even though Jace has won both of these games, I'm sure he's still very fine in Modern. Considering the power level of some of these other Planeswalkers coming out in War of the Spark, Jace is starting to seem very, very tame. Which is, now, if you've looked at any of the War of the Spark spoilers, they're saying that Modern Horizons is going to be full of cards of a power level that are not safe for a standard environment. If that's the case, I'm legitimately terrified as the power level of Modern Horizons, because if War of the Spark is fine for a standard environment, I'm very, very curious as to what they think is too powerful for a standard environment. And Snell's going to keep his hand. Jacob is going to start off with a fetch. Goes down to 17 with a shock as well. And into Thoughtseize. So Jace the Mind Sculptor enters the graveyard from the hand. Nothing doing. Snell's gonna... Nope, that's just where he was from last time. He has had a turn yet to crack his fetch. And gets an island. Jacob plays down a Flooded Strand, passes turn. Snell goes opting. To the bottom, draws a fresh one. Oh my goodness. And for Snell's second turn, he's going to put down... Jacob's going to fetch at the end of Snell's turn. Hello, Jarvis.
Hello there, sir. You come down to the bunker. Say hi.
So how'd you do?
Got there in 2.
Fantastic.
Played against the Hardened Scales Affinity deck.
Snapcaster comes down and Thoughtseize a Snell one more time. That gets negated. Now, is the pay 2 life part of the cost or part of the resolution?
Resolution. Don't put the Snapcaster Mage in the graveyard. He gets to hang out. Now we enter the...
Jared a little bit confused about how negate works.
Ooh, Ascension.
Pyromancer's Ascension.
That's a scary card. I feel the ruin down. Coming in for 2.
There we go.
Down, Chewy.
Ooh. And Snell's going to scour himself, put a Phoenix into the graveyard, so...
Surgical Extraction hanging out.
Surgical Extraction is just waiting.
Yeah, we're probably going to
take
the opportunity.
Snaps it off, and there it goes. Goodbye, Phoenix.
Like Manamorphose, a couple lands, and... I think a Thought Scour.
Yeah, probably. Yeah, it looks like it.
So we can get to 1 counter on Ascension. Don't have the second one yet. Still not quite a Cryptic Command mana yet. So I'm not even sure, actually.
Snow gets to untap. Draws a card. And Metamorphose comes down.
Jake's looking in a good position so far, but Active Ascension can be very scary. Snell can actually get it up to it.
Play
A little flooded at the moment, though.
And Thoughts Scour? Snapcaster Thought Scour. Okay, that makes sense. A little more sense.
It does not have flashback on its own.
Alright. Snappy is down. Thought Scour is good. Snell puts 2 into graveyard and draws a card.
Go ahead and field a rune on the instep so he can get his triple blue. No, getting the black source.
It's the black.
Maybe Lily?
And pushing the Snapcaster. Okay, and now Jacob untaps.
Why is it Jace the Mind Sculptor on an empty board? Ooh. Ow!
Oh, are you okay?
Yes. That kind of hurt a little bit. What happened?
Were you fingering it?
No, I was not.
Oh, boy.
I just leaned back a little bit and then that happened. Sorry about that.
No, it's okay. I'm sorry it hit you. That should be good.
A layered green screen? Or
The old one's still up there. This one's a little easier to work with.
yeah, on the shower curtain.
Yeah.
Alright, so we
Okay.
Mind Sculptor tick up to avoid bolts harming any innocent Jace the Mind Sculptors out there.
Opt. Counter. Hey, Snell successfully cast something with a copy in the graveyard.
Yeah, we got... I didn't immediately realize it because the other opt is the old edition one.
Yeah.
There's a Thought Scour.
And Thought Scour.
Milling that Blood Moon. Now we have the question of... Nope. Pass and turn.
Untaps.
Logic Gnaw off top. Ooh. Jacob might be closing the door on this one.
And we're going to throw those 2 cards back.
Got Dispel, Logic Knot, and a land. Fat
Snappy
Channel,
gets in.
Fat Channel cleared the way. And...
Thought Scour.
There's second counter in Ascension.
Now it's live.
I almost want to counter this Thought Scour.
Well, it's a cast trigger. It's not a success.
It's I know it's a cast trigger, but this is only going to be the last opportunity you have it to just straight up counter a spell.
Right.
Everything else you have to counter twice.
Right.
Like this opt. Like this opt, for instance.
Fetch and response. Snell seems to have liked what he found.
The first time, second time he's thinking. Yeah, he'll take the second one too.
Takes it to the hand.
Faithless looting.
Faithless looting.
Can't really trigger off of anything, unfortunately. No Phoenix is left to get. They've all been extracted. Really, there's not actually a whole lot of cards that Jake has to care about here.
Jacob with 2 cards in hand. Playing the Kyle Counting game. 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2.
This please clutching a Dispel and a Logic Knot.
Dispel the Logic Knot.
So
Throws away a Blood Moon because Jacob has way too many basics.
yeah, we came prepared. Jacob got tired of getting Blood Moon out of the game.
And another Thought Scour.
Thought Scour was there.
Blood Moon Thought Scour. Those are his discards and Snell's
There we have Manamorphose.
Manamorphose. Get 4 mana.
Probably
draw
two.
2 cards.
Yeah. Seems good, right? So we have... Yeah, the cards Jake has to currently care about are limited to more or less Jace and Chandra.
Right.
Thing in the Ice is not that big of a deal on this board. It has to wait a turn to attack. It can get bounced by the Jace the Mind Sculptor. And even if it flips, you'll get back the Snapcraster Mage, which gets back a Fatal Push.
Right.
Crackling Drake would be okay. It'd have to fight through a couple counter spells to get there, though. So, although Snell has an active Ascension, it's still not looking the best. Because the Phoenixes have all gone bye-bye.
Jacob with
Celestial Purge. Oh, that's
Celestial
not
Purge
that's not good.
Pyromancer's Ascension.
Dispel.
Dispel. Dispel.
And Logic Knot
Logic Knot.
to save it. You have to counter it twice. And there we go. Ascension off the battlefield. Attack for 2. And now Snell goes to his turn. 8 life. No active Ascension. And what are we getting rid of?
Snappy?
There's no Snap in the graveyard.
Celestial Purge?
I don't know how many he would have, but that'd probably be the best one to go with. Another Snapcaster in hand. Uh-oh.
Got to see another Snappy, so... A fun of... Oh,
Nope, two of.
Two of...
I was pretty sure Esper played 2 copies of Purge. The card's really good against Phoenix, which is what this deck is designed to beat. Or at least try and beat. Blood Moon is a hell of a card. Go ahead and draw. A lot of Snell's avenues for success are kind of cut off. I assume he was clearing the way for...
There's a Drake.
There's a Drake.
He's a big old birdie butt.
He still has the push, which means if something just goes away, he can answer the Drake by just snapping back the Fatal Push. Or if he's really desperate, he could just bounce it back.
Right.
I'm assuming Drake is very, very, very big.
Yep.
Yeah, he's not taking any chances. He's bouncing it back.
Swings for 2.
Because if you brainstorm and miss, you're just dead.
Now, gotta put the Drakey back down.
Drake back into play.
Snapcaster, Logic Knot.
Snap Logic, and there's...
Fatally push the Logic Knot in response to the Snapcaster
Surgical
card.
Extract.
Whatever. Same thing!
Down to 4, though. Isn't he just dead? Both Snappy's down. You can bounce the Jace.
Depending on what Snow has in hand.
Yeah, if he has a removal spell, he's not dead, but... As it sits, he's currently dead.
Well, Snow with nothing sitting right now. Jacob draws.
Took down. Attack for 4.
And
Bolt
bolt
1.
1. Snow with a turn left.
We're at 2. Untap. Does Drake come down? The issue is every time you bounce these Drakes to get incremental value.
Right.
What all is in that graveyard of his? bolts do we have left?
I believe we have 2 bolts left.
With 1. I've seen 3 go by.
Oh, I only saw that 2.
Like, it's easy to tell because they're the white bordered cards. I don't think Snell plays any other white bordered cards.
Bolting the Snapcaster Mage.
There's the let. All right.
Not just dead.
All right, now. All right, so all the snaps are dead. They're not. I have thought Jacob had a creeping tar pit in play, but I guess he doesn't. I saw him draw one earlier. Nihil Spellbomb, Surgical Extraction, and Path to Exile. All of those answer the Drake, so.
Right.
That's a Spellbomb.
Nihil Spellbomb.
Which unfortunately does not shrink the Drake.
Now it's just gonna Snapcaster.
Probably try and
Bolt Drace.
Try and bolt the Jace. He did draw a Surgical Extraction, I think, so he can't, or he can just Nihil Spell. Are you going for a Surgical? What did he Snapcaster? Oh, I think that maybe this is in response to the Spellbomb. Yeah, he's gonna.
So he was going to surgical. He tipped his hand to show Snell that he had the surgical before Snappy had a target. So
Getting the last bolt out. Now we can go ahead and draw.
This is interesting. And land. 1 card in hand. Snell top decking. Drake.
Answered by the path. I think there's a path.
No, it's not a path.
I thought there was a path. Snappy coming in.
Snapcaster attacks Jace.
Alright.
Whoo.
There's the Serum Visions.
Ah,
yeah, he has a
we
path.
go.
He was waiting for Dispel Shields to be down.
There it was.
Just get rid of it immediately. Now, go ahead and shuffle away those bad cards that were put back from the Jace Brainstorm. Now,
Oh, we. Okay.
back fetch. So now we go ahead and draw. Do we Brainstorm or do we go up to save her from dying to Snapcaster? I have think you. Ooh, that's a good draw. It goes to 3.
Yeah.
It's not a +4.
Yeah, he's too used to ticking him up to 5, so.
Esper Charm is a really good draw here. Just lets him refuel, or if necessary, dump out his hands. Yeah, he's just drawing those cards straight up. If you get everyone played out. Esper Charm is draw 2 cards. Target player draws 2 cards. Target player
draw 2 cards, draw a card, discards 2 cards, and destroy enchantment.
I know this card. I've played this card quite a bit when I first started playing Honor.
Alright, so Chandra.
Uh-oh. That's not good.
Jacob doesn't have an immediate answer for her.
Yeah, Esper has issues dealing with Planeswalkers, unfortunately. This might not be good.
2 to the face.
Thankfully, it cannot. Thankfully, it cannot go into
Low on
Planeswalkers.
Low on library. Low on library.
Go ahead and going after that Steam Vents, I think.
Going to Steam Vents.
Nope, Snell has no basics left. Neither does Jacob. Draws. Looks like a mana leak, I think. No, in the path.
It's a path. Path and a Snappy.
Not bad, not bad. Gotta go ahead and Brainstorm.
Brainstorm.
Illumination.
Go drop a Nihil Spellbomb.
Might just cycle it, yeah. Negate. That would have been helpful earlier. And is negate, illumination, path, and snap. And Snell keeping his information close to the chest as always, so we can never ever see it.
Right. Passes turn. Snell untaps.
Yeah, everything in that hand can be used at instant speed, so let's see what we do here. Snapcaster coming in.
So at this point, Snell needs to leave Snappy up as a blocker.
He doesn't know that though.
Right.
Serum Visions.
Serum Visions. Draw that one. Scry those two to the bottom. To the top and bottom.
One bottom, one top. He's not sure about one of them, but he likes it enough to give it a go.
Right. 6 cards. That's not a lot. Chandra Tick.
Down to 10.
2 to the face.
If this Snapcaster Mage gets to attack, it knocks him out. He has negate for protection. He's gone through all 4 bolts. I don't know how much more removal we have.
Yep, pathing snap and then casting snap. Oh!
Dispel.
Dispelled.
That's fine. Is there a snap in hand? I thought yeah, there's a snap in hand. Snapcaster Mage.
Yep. Snapcaster targeting Dispel.
Dispel. And game, scoop him up.
Couldn't handle it. Jacob pulls out the victory over
Jacob takes it.
Woo, doggy.
That was a good game.
Alright. Snell's woes on camera continue as he picks up his 9th loss versus 6 victories. And Jacob... He's here. I know he's here.
You keep going past him. Jacob Gonzalez.
Oh, there he is. And Jacob picks up win number 6 versus 2 losses, 1 draw. Jacob, unfortunately, a member of the Bryce Draw Committee. Bryce absolutely leads the standings with 4 draws to the game. So let's see here. Who we gonna put on next? All right. Well, while we're waiting for the pairings to come down to find out who we want up, with Ben Seidel in the house, I can straight up just talk about wanting to slap him as hard as humanly possible.
I was surprised he came in. He almost never comes in on Tuesdays.
I know. I'm so excited. We got a call from Benji. He's like, what time does it start? We told him. And he said, great, I'll see you soon. So we have Ben Seidel in house. So that means that you should absolutely head over to the Zone 521 on YouTube. Hit that subscribe button because when we get up to 100 subscribers, we're going to slap Ben Seidel as hard in the face as possible. That is a depiction of the events that are going to transpire on that day. And,
are we actually going to get Batman to do it?
Maybe. I don't know.
Someone will try contacting us.
Hello? Let me look. How about Danzy? I want some rhinos.
I have a feeling I had to go back upstairs.
Good luck, Jarvis, in your next round. Oh, careful there. All right. He's on his way. Alright. Let's see here. Let's get... Let's mute that up and let's take a look here. Okay. Oh, it looks like Danzy's facing off against Jacob, so we get a double dose of Mr. Gonzalez on cam doing his Esper things. But this time he's not going up against Snell's Birdie Bird deck. He's going up against Danzy and Rhinos. Come on, Danzy. You got to we have to do this right. We have to get it good because I want rhinos. We have to see rhinos because rhinos are where it's at. Siege rhinos! Oh, I can't wait. I absolutely cannot wait for rhinos to come down. Hopefully. Ooh, go ahead and bounce the rhino. Danny's cracking his windswept or his flooded strand to get out a Temple Garden tapped. Let's see here. Jacob got there in 3 against Master Snow. Now we have Danzy. Oh boy. Tarmogoyf comes down. He's a big boy. That mighty 1-2 Goyf. 2-3 Goyf. Jacob's going to shock himself down to 18 to opt. Okay. Tarmogoyf gets in for 2. Path to exile. Danzy's going to fetch out a land. At this point, I'm guessing it's going to be a forest. Green just seems good. Yep, and there it is. There's the forest to keep us going. It has been pathed to exile. Alara All-Star, seen modern play ever since modern inception. Danzy with a backup Goyf. Jacob allows it to come down. This Goyf is now a 3-4. Shocks himself down to 16. Oh, 1, 2, 3. Goyf gets... that one gets pathed again. Oh my goodness, for every Goyf there is a path. Turn, turn, turn. And Danzy's going to fetch along with the path, so he's going to get himself a fistful of basics. So, Swamp and Temple of the False God. Lingering Souls gets cast. Danzy has 2 spirits. And Espertarm hits Danzy, has to discard 2 cards. And he chooses Fatal Push and looks like Lingering Souls once again. Is that a Supreme Will I see in Jacob's hand? Swinging for 2. Jacob goes down to 14. Flashing back the Lingering Souls. Flashing back the Lingering Souls. And Espertar, make Dancy discard. No! Oh, he got the Abrupt Decay. That sucks. You can't Abrupt Decay Jace, though, so... You can Abrupt Decay a Snapcaster, but... Hellbent ships the turn. Duh, it is absolutely a Supreme and Jacob goes down to 10. And Jacob's going to draw 2 cards off the Esper Charm this time. And Supreme Verdict is what's probably going to come down here. 1, 2. Supreme Verdict. Danzy's spirits are no more. Arena, or Yawgmoth's Arena, or Phyrexian Arena. Phyrexian Arena, at the beginning of your upkeep, you draw a card and lose a life. So it's kind of like a safe Bob. Flashback the Lingering Souls after that Supreme Verdict, so now there are 2 back. Snapcaster, Supreme Verdict. Oh, destroy the enchantment. Not letting Danzy have any card advantage. So, coming back with the Esper Charm to get rid of the Eternate, and Jacob goes down to 8 on the attack from the Spirit tokens. And Jacob's going to crack a fetch and go down to 7. I guess a 7 clock is just the same as an 8 clock when it comes to evensies. Logic Knot's probably not going to save you. Cryptic will bounce 1, but take a 4-turn clock into a 6-turn clock. Bitter Blossom. Solid. Cryptic counter bounce. That's going to eliminate a counter. Oh no, that wasn't a Bitter Blossom. That was a Thoughtseize. And Abrupt Decay kills the Snapcaster, and Jacob gets beats down for 3. That has lifelink. Danzy goes up to 18 because of the Shambling Vince plus Shamalam. There they are. Shambling Vince is a manland, becomes a 2/3 with lifelink. Jace the Mind Sculptor is back. Field of Ruin, one of your black right sources. It isn't really going to matter. And we have gone out. We have a path. Fire up the Shambling Vents. Dancy's going to draw first and work his turn. Oh, there goes a Maelstrom Pulse. Goodbye, Jace. And swing for 1. Path to Exile. Get yourself a basic land. Way to draw it out, Danzy. Way to draw him out. Jace is gone, but his loyalty remains. Jacob goes a stacking with a wow, the blue. Arena gets cast. Logic Knot for 1, 2, 3, 4, and make you pay 5 for it. You can't countered. Kaya. The Ghost Assassin. No, not the Ghost Assassin. Orzhov Usurper. Exile up to 2 target cards from a single graveyard. You gain 2 life. If at least one card was and one creature was exiled, exile target non-land permanent with CMC 1 or less. And Kaya, wow, where were all these cards against Snell? Seems good. Seems good. And it looks like he gained up to 1. And his man land gets pathed. Ticking up Kaya. Eating the 2 Phyrexian arenas. And blow the spellbomb, exile the yard. Jacob just knocking everything around like a crazed madman. Danzy drawing hot. Aww. Deals damage to target player equal to the number of cards that players owns in exile, and you gain that much life. Aw, that's unfortunate. Kaya kill. I mean, it's neat. It is good. Kaya is good. Whew. All the planeswalkers. We are going to go back up to 20 life. As Danzy prepares for game number 2 against Jacob Gonzalez here, round number 2. Oh yes, that reminds me. Tonight, the illustrious shopkeep, Mr. Scott donated another Oofy to the cause. Oh, there he is. One more brown Oofy to the Oofy Preserve. This buddy, and this is by far one of the best Oofy stories, because the collection that was brought in was just in rough shape, but good old man Scott, he persevered and dug through, found the sole Oofy in the box, and pulled it out to be rescued. There were a lot of hardships lost in that set, in that collection, but at least one Oofy survived. So I salute you, shopkeep. I salute you. One more Oofy saved. One more Oofy owes its life to your charity. Now, you might be asking yourself, hey, what's the deal with all these Oofies? What's up with the Oofies? Is this something that's special? Should I know about this? Well, absolutely. And what I'm talking about is the Titan Oofy Preserve. Jaya Ballard. Jaya Ballard is the most heartless being in the multiverse, taking delight in kicking, burning, biting, hurting the Oofy at any chance she got. And, well, folks, today I'm here to let you know that I say no more. I say the Ice Age Brown Oofy is a beautiful creature that deserves to be saved at all costs. And he is a low-value card, so it's not hard to find him because he is the commonest of commons from the Ice Age set. That being said, I still need to rescue as many of the little buggers as I can, so Dig deep into your collection, find your Ice Age Brown Newfies, go to your local LGS, pick out your Ice Age Brown Newfies, drop them in an envelope, send them to the address that was just up on your screen. That's Titan Games, care of the Oofy Preserve, 4450 North Prospect Road, Suite Charlie 6, Peoria Heights, Illinois, 61616. Every Oofy received will get a show-off, a shout-out, and my personal gratitude. And you can feel good about yourself for rescuing one of the more beautiful creatures of the multiverse. Danzy starting off strong again with Lingering Souls out the box. And Jacob is a fetching fool. Alright. Now we've got 3 lands. And Esper Charm, Path, looks like maybe a push in there. Lots of spot removal. Danzy shocks himself down to 18 with that Overgrown Tomb. And Tarmogoyf it is. Danzy moves to combat and attacks for 2, gets Jacob down to 14. Path to exile the Tarmogoyf to get him off the board. This all seems familiar. For every Goyf there is a path. Surgical the Path to Exile. Danzy doesn't want to see that happen to him again. And he also gets to take a peeky poo at that hand, which is Cletus the Slack-Jawed Vampire, a Fatal Push, a Field of Ruin, an Esper Charm, and a Snapcaster Mage. Fatal Push a Spirit Token. And draw for turn. Drop down a Field of Ruin. And also drop down Cletus, the Slack-Jawed Vampire. And Danzy's going to play down one more Goyf. Nope. Sorry, Cletus, you're a little late. You just got Maelstrom pulsed. Well, shucks. Snapcaster to fatally push the Tarmogoyf. Whoo, diggity. Lots of spot removal, lots of recursion, lots of just being mean to the Goyf. I mean, I'm not the biggest Goyf fan, but you can at least let him hit you once. Spirit Token gets in, flashing back 2 more Spirit Tokens. Jacob to a whopping 12 life. Lingering Souls flooding out the board. Danzy not holding back this time. I mean, he knows Maelstrom Pulse is just around the corner. Jacob has an opt into... Yep. I'm going to send that card to the bottom and take his chances with the second one. Looks like a dual Esper Charm situation happening. Esper Charm drawing 2. And... yeah, opt Esper Charm. Okay. Inquisition of Kozilek. We got 2 lands in the Esper Charm. Get the Esper Charm. Danzy goes attacking, takes Jacob down to 5. 7 or 6 damage or 6 life. Kaya. Exiling Lingering Souls and Tarmogoyf. Plus the Kaya. gains 2 life because a creature got exiled. Oh, there she was. Danzy needs to kill Kaya. Or at least take her down so she can't ultimate next turn. Maybe send 2 at Kaya, send 3 at the face. 4 at Kaya, 1 at you. Kaya bites the big one. And we are going to Field of Ruin, the Overgrown Tomb. Danzy's going to replace that with the basic forest. Jacob offers his deck up to shuffle, or to cut. Draws, gets an opt, it looks like. And Teferi. Supreme Verdict comes down. Why? What is going on here? There we go. Teferi, the hero of Dominaria. 2 more activations, then you get an emblem that you just start exiling permanents. Snapcaster gets Danzy down to 15 so far. Looks like Jacob has stabilized at 2. And plus Teferi goes to 7. He's going to draw a card. Jace the Derp Sculptor. Fate Seal. So mean, so evil. Goes quarter your own land. Gonna get that shuffle. Should maybe take a peek at what he left you. Get some insight into the face. Pass turn, Danzy in a spot of trouble. Doesn't seem good. Doesn't seem good at all. Nihil Spell Bomb. Fate Seal with Jace. Pat to exile. He's going to let him have that. Swing for 2. And Nihil Spell Bomb. Pass the turn. So we got Surgical and we've got Opt, it looks like. Possibly Spell Pierce. Or Dispel. Correct the Spell Bomb. Discard the graveyard. Draws the turn. Has a path in hand. I don't know what Danzy's other card is, but it is not good. Ultimating Teferi. Yep, he is gone. No loyalty. Brainstorm. 2, 3. Oh, when you draw a card, exile. Oh, I thought it was when you cast a spell. Danzy takes 2 off the Snapcaster. Doesn't seem good. Opt. Draw a card, trigger. Goodbye. Jace the Derp Sculptor. Whoo! And Jacob pulls out that victory from the jaws of defeat. Picks up his 7th win on cam. And Danzy, unfortunately, couldn't get a Rhino down. Draws loss number 10 on the year versus 7 wins. Oh, truly a dark day. Truly, truly, truly. Oh, let's take a looky-loo. Let's talk about the UFO Preserve a little bit. I'm going to throw that up there. I'm going to take a step back for half a tick. I will be... Oh! Wait, what do you mean Snap is dead? When did Snap die? I believe he cast that Snap after the verdict. Or was that the same... No, it's the same... It's a different Snap. How's the broadcast going? He didn't recast the Snap after the verdict? Huh. I'll definitely have to go back and take a look at that. Ultimately, it wasn't what killed Danzy, but was definitely a mean thing. Like I said, at the end, when all is said and done, I'll go back and I'll take a look and we'll find out what's going on. And he attacked with it right after casting the verdict. Yeah, I'll definitely take a look at that and see what's on the up and up. And if it was an honest mistake, then we'll mention it and be like, hey, remember Snapcaster is indestructible and the Supreme Verdict does kill your creatures too. But I'm gonna take a step back for half a tick. I'll be right back. Don't go anywhere. And we're back. It sounds like we're getting pairings up. Who should we see? Who should we see? Probably, yeah. Danzy came down. He absolutely also saw that the Snapcaster should have been dead. So that's that. Well, I guess we don't have pairings yet. Oh. 3. Let's see here. Oh, so the pairings are not done yet. We're getting ready for it. All the crazy flailing, and you bumped the playmats out of the way. Okay, so we're not ready for number 3. We still have game 2. We still have round 2 going. So, let's see here. Oh, I've not been too bad. I can't complain. Going through some physical therapy, and it really hurts. But they say it's good for you, so. My friend of mine says it's a righteous pain, and as long as it's not persistent pain, that it is fading, it does seem good. So, aside from that, just trying to keep my head above water. Looking forward to these 2 sets that are coming out, and the Ambuck auction. I believe that's going to be the first Friday in May. It's usually how it goes. Getting closer to Easter. Speaking of Easter, my background tonight. Let me get out the way. Hey, that's right. It's a, what is that? Sky Cloud egg? Sky Cloud egg. Doing the Easter egg hunt. Seems to be going pretty good. So, how about you, Kyle? How you been? Haven't seen you for a while. I cut you so deep. Oh boy. I gotta get rid of. No victories yet. Well, since we got a little bit of time, let's spin the art wheel and see what comes up. Nope, not gonna do it. Nope, not gonna do it. It's very good. Okay. Okay. I don't play standard. How many times do I have to impart that upon people? I don't play standard. I have a deck that has been cobbled together that I will come on Saturdays for events when something else is happening, if I'm not too busy. Yeah, you've seen me play standard, but it's not something that I look forward to. I show up to get promos, and it's just doesn't matter. I very very, very rarely do I show up for an F&M standard. Last time I willingly and expectantly showed up for F&M standards was Fatal Push Month, and before that it was Serum Vision Month. Aside from that, I don't, because I haven't had a promo that's like enticed me that deep. Scoreboard. Here we go. All right, let's take a look at some questionable art. Doop boop boo. This is the Sphinx of New Prov. Pretty nifty, pretty solid. Ravnica Allegiance, 4/3 Flying Vigilance for 4 mana. Spells your opponent's play the target Sphinx costs 2 more to cast, so it's a little bit harder to get off the field. But it's not the card itself that we like to take a look at. Something's putting me off about this flow of this kitty cat lady. Now, I need an arrow. Need an arrow. Let me get an arrow. Because this is kind of like a Rob Liefeld situation for the camaraderie. I have good camaraderie on off Fridays. I have a very solid EDH group that we play with, and it's pretty fun. It's pretty fun. Okay. Images. Alright. Down there. You seem good. All right. So we've got. Come on. There you go. Alright. Ah! Terrible. Why is it when I try to find... Let's see if this one works. Dadgummit! Alright. Alright. Whatever. I'm over it. I'm over it. Okay. Anyway. Here's my arrow. Now I just need to rotate it a little bit. Whoop. Whoop. Wow. was rotating it. No. I'm gonna figure this out. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be good. You just watch. You just wait. You just see. How can I don't want to fully rotate it. Oh, it's the Z axis. There we go. Alright. Now I just need to duplicate. Alright, that's fine. This one is gonna go this way. Hang on a second. I gotta speak to my man here. I'll be right back, Kyle. Okay, we're back. Still waiting for the round to begin, or to be paired. Where are we at? There we go. Okay. I have to go more. Whoa! No! Too much, too much. Alright, so... Alright. Ooh! Ooh, three-dimensional shapes are fun. Alright, now this one... Let's see. Da da da. Da da da. Oh, you're more that way. Okay. Let's bring the... Okay. Ha ha! Arrows for the win. This pretty much says the problems that I have with this kitty cat lady. We've got, let me shrink this down a little bit. We've got these back haunches that are whipping around that way. Now she could be turning around in the skies to shift her trajectory. But I guess these wings, you know, they do similar. It's just weird that we've got these body shapes that are just, you know, the front paws are facing that way, and then the back paws are coming that way. So I guess it could be coming around for a loop. And it's just a little weird to me. Just a little weird to my eyes. Other than that, I really like the the look on her. She's got that wizened expression in her eyes, you know, because she's a sphinxy. Sphinx of New Prov. Let's see if I can just find the art. There she is. Sphinx. Prov. That works. Alright. Media file. Is there. Okay. So let's get more of a full screen. There we go. Oh, that's a little blurry. Oh well, we'll make do. And then here's some arrow. Here's some arrow. Oh. There we go. So, like I said, the butt is moving that way, like towards us, and the chestal is swooping around forward, coming more towards us. But she does have little wispy tassels on her bejeweled armor, and her hair is the same color as her skin. Is that something? Is that how they all are on Ravnica? Let's see here. Card type, creature, search. Let's see here. Let's see what kind of sphinxes we got. Those are Nyx sphinxes. Let's go to Ravnica. Bell Tower Sphinx. His wings are the same color as his body, but not his hair. His hair is black. Cerulean Sphinx. Yeah, I guess they do. Some of them have the same color hair. Some have the same color hair as their wings. Dream Eater. That's just nightmarish looking. Sphinxies, Sphinxies, Sphinxies. There's Asperia. Hey, you can't really tell. She's got a bright light in her face. There's an Asperia, who's got purple hair in blue skin. Theros Sphinxes. Now, we all know that I have a very opinionated about opinionated about miniatures, especially the let's see Jarvis up there. Let's see Jarvis's pod fire, please. Jarvis and his pod fire, please. Let's see here. Board games, card games, minis, miniatures, D&D, Dungeons and Dragons. Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica. We're doing next. I'm gonna find that's a Sphinx of Judgment.
You slapped the camera, Bob.
Oh, okay. Let's get rid of that. Oh, okay.
Did I fix it?
It just needs to be rotated
To the right?
counterclockwise.
Okay.
Turn it like that way.
Look at the. That's for friends. I like that. You like that Kyle win?
What?
You like that Kyle win?
That's mean.
It was great.
Super mean. Okay, so apparently the camera got bumped while I was, that's fine. I said that's fine. I said that is fine. Okay, so match 3, just a little wiggly woggly. But while we get into that, minis. Stream stuff. Oh, I put it in behind, didn't I? Ah, okay. This is the Sphinx Mini out of Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica. And what's frustrating about it is this is a large base character. Sphinxes on Ravnica, per the Guildmaster's Guide to Ravnica book, are colossal beings. So the fact that they gave you a Sphinx and put it on a large body is aggravating and wrong. Speaking of aggravating and wrong, Danzy's out. It looks like Jarvis is in. And Jarvis is playing Podfire. Okay. So, Voice of Resurgence comes down for Jarvis. And we got Jacob again. One more time. Once more with feeling. Let's see what's going on this time. Maybe he'll remember that Snapcaster Mage does not have Indestructible. But we'll find out. Nihil Spellbomb. And gets attacked. Jake goes down to 17. Kitchen Finks comes into play. Jarvis gains 2. Kitchen Finks, of course, the most powerful Oofy in the game. The most played Oofy in the game. But they're still an Oofy. Oofy love. Oofy love. Crack a fetch. Go to 16. Let's get ourselves a swamp. Tap the black, fatally push the Kitchen Finks, and Nihil Spellbomb with the ability on the trigger. Okay. Tap, crack, draw a card after it went to the graveyard. Jarvis swings with the Voice of Resurgence. Plays down in Island. And... what? So it's a merfolk. I believe it brainstormed when it came into play. It costs 4. The other format, standard, blue, and only blue. Kyle, you want to help me out on that one? That's okay. I'll find it. CMC. I believe it cost all 4 for him to do that. So let's take a look at the 4 drops. Aquatic Incursion, Headwear, Sentries, Creatures you control. Riverwise Augur. Riverwise Augur is a 2/2. And it looks like we are pathing the Voice of Resurgence token. Jacob down to 13 after a crack of fetch, and we're going to Spellbomb one more time. And swing in for 2, goes to 11. Second main phase birds. Jarvis with 4 cards in hand. Another Nihil Spellbomb. Good gravy. And we're going to Restoration Flash in for the Riverwise Augur probably. Target the Riverwise Augur. We are snapping, pathing the Riverwise Augur. The Restoration Angel, of course, is a 3/4 flyer with flash that you get to blink a non-angel creature you control, then return that card to the battlefield. So now we've got Snappy on board. And another Nihil Spellbomb. Swing in for 3, Jacob goes to 8. Voice of Resurgence makes its reappearance. And of course the Voice of Resurgence is, you know, I thought it was just like some deer thing, you know, standing out in the forest. No, no, no. When I cut this bad boy out for a deck icon, he was a nightmare. I mean, it made me appreciate the art oh so much more on this guy, but yeah. So Snapcaster goes attacking. Jacob takes it in Supremely Verdicts, and Voice Token comes down as a 1/1 currently. Flashing in a Scrib Ranger. Scrib Rangers is a 1/1. Scoos comes in, attack for 5. Because of that Voice Token, takes Jacob to 3. Nihil Spellbomb is all that's left. Go to combat. Tap him down and drawing a card. Cryptic Command saves the day. Nom nom nom. Rip in peace. Snapcaster Mage. Scoos gets a little bigger. Jacob lamenting his land situation is not where it wants to be. And Jarvis goes attacking and gets through. Beats. Jacob goes down. Oh, sorry, another Cryptic Command. Saves the day. There's another Mania. Is this going to make you live? Yeah. Just sacrifice the Nihil Spellbomb with no target, but He went digging, couldn't find anything, and now Jarvis pulls out the victory in game number 1. And we finally get to see that red tick up on tonight. Maybe Pod is what Jake has just been needing to see tonight. So Jarvis. Let's see here. Haven't seen the spell bombs all night. He's legitimately seen the spell bombs in almost every game. So I don't know what's going on there. Anyway, Ballyhoo. So, I guess, I guess, complaining. Oops. There we go. Minis. So I guess in my complaint department, all Sphinxes are supposed to be gargantuan or colossal. Maybe not gargantuan, but colossal on Ravnica. And the one that they give you in the set is a large base. So I'm a little perturbed with that, but what are you going to do? And also, just want to point out that the mini is absolutely it's called a Sphinx of Judgment, but it's clearly a Sphinx of New Prov, because I don't think... is there a Sphinx of Judgment? There is no Sphinx of Judgment in the game, so I guess, you know, why not name it something we don't have when you can just name it Sphinx of New Prov. I don't know. Anyway, I'm done railing about miniatures and their missteps, and no, I'm not. But for tonight I am. Tonight I am. I'm packing it in for tonight. And now we're getting ready for game number 2 of this round number 3. I'm excited for it. I don't know about you. Jarvis is keeping. Jacob has capped. Jarvis down to 6 on the mulligan. Takes the new lands. Plays down a noble hierarch. Forest. And passes turn, so we've shocked on Jacob's side to 18. And we've cracked a fit. Oh my goodness. Okay, 17, that's where we're at. And Jarvis is at 20. Good. I'm good. I got there. Cards in hand for Jarvis, 5. Cards in hand for Jacob. Is that a Scrib Ranger? Is that Scrib Ranger again? Yes. Yes, it is. It's the Scrib Ranger. Voice of Resurgence comes down. Activating. Play the land for turn. Now we're back up to full mana. It's as if nothing ever happened. Pass this turn back to Jacob, who's going to pat the Voice of Resurgence. And Jarvis has an answer. Using the script to activate in response to the activation. Went to untap. So pushed and path, and Jarvis without a mana. He still has 2/3 mana. So just not the right kind of mana. Jarvis, deciding not to get the island, goes for the plains instead, which is probably the better choice. Alright, Jarvis draws. So, Forest, Plains, Forest, Scrib Ranger leaves her open. I mean, you could be attacking. It's not like you're going to use her as a special blocker, because you kind of need her alive, but I don't know. I mean, you might as well whittle him down, Jarvis. I don't understand why not. Cord for 1. Oh, I guess that's the reason why. It sounded like he passed turn, but usually Jarvis doesn't make that kind of mistake. Alright, now he said go. Now he's got a cord for 1. Well, he was going to fatally push, but now he's just going to fatally push the bird, so. Jarvis draws for turn. Four mana. What you got? Show me what you got, Jarvis. Show me what you've got. Wooded Foothills, tapped, no shock. Play a Scavenging Ooze. Scavenging Ooze, eating the opt, eating the fatal push, taking out all of his snappy targets. Seems good, seems good. Pathing the Scoos. Jacob not pulling mana. This could be bad. Jarvis has him on the 17 turn clock, but he's not attacking with her. Mana. Glend Alondra Archmage. Snapcaster targeting Snapcaster targeting Path to Exile. No casting of the path. Glenalondra is down. Taps for manas. Magus of the Moon. Magus of the Moon resolves. Jacob in response goes and gets a swamp so he can fatally push her. Does have the push. Has to kill something first. -2/-2 until end of turn. Jarvis sacrifices with the Glenalondra Archmage to counter that. Passes the turn back. Jarvis in pretty good condition. He is going to lose his Archmage the next time he tries to push or kill it, so. Without a fetch land or something to kill his guy. 2 in the air coming at you. It goes down to 15. Being nibbled to death by cats. Jacob fatally pushes. Nothing happens. Did not have revolt. What is going on? Blink the going along. Oh, he is not having a good day. He is not having a good day right now. Whew. No revolt means fatal push does not touch the Magus of the Moon. And big beats in the air. Jacob scoops it up, goes down for the count. So, we got to see Jacob go on a pretty good tear, but get taken down by Jarvis and his pod fire at the end of the night. Does seem good, though. You know, Esper friends, very potent. Kaya kill. Kaya with Teferi backup. Teferi with Jace backup. Jace with everything backup. It's just beast. So, yeah, it's a thing. Jacob goes 2-1 on the night, which is very respectable. It does take him to 7-3-1 on the year, but the two wins on that turn is the 2 wins on the night is solid. So, and then Jarvis coming from nowhere. I don't know who Jarvis had to go through tonight to get matched up into the Brian bracket. Where's my Jarvis entry? I know I've had Jarvis on before. Jake's got Jarvis. There he is. Jarvis picks up his 4th victory. Whew. 4-1 on the year for Jarvis. 7-3-1 on the year for Jacob. Fantastic showings by both opponents. And that's going to do us. We got to see Snell get taken down by Jacob. We got to see Danzy taken down by Jacob. And then we got to see Jarvis, even those scores up, get revenge on Jacob by taking him down. It sucks when your deck seizes up on you. I've been there. I've had matches that I absolutely felt like I had to. They were mine to lose, and the deck just seized up. Had a solid opening hand, and then just drew nothing that would help. So, I mean, it happens to the best of us, but you know, I am the what is it? The meaty. I had to write this down because I am the adequance of execution. Because, you know, when it comes to this game, I'm good enough to not be bad and bad enough to not be considered good. But that's neither here nor there. I hope you had a wonderful evening. I had a blast watching these. It's always good to see high caliber matches and high caliber games go straight down to the wire. And, you know, sometimes you eat the bear and sometimes the bear eats you. And unfortunately, Jacob was on both sides of that tonight. Congratulations to your win on Jarvis.
I feel bad.
Don't.
I feel like I was taking a man.
I know. You feel bad for your opponent when the deck seizes up, but I mean that's just what happens, and it is very unfortunate. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
I was just wrapping up. We got to see 3 really good matches, and nothing you can do if you don't draw lands.
I only play 25 of them. I only play 3 Nile Spellbomb in the main. Don't see them in any gaches against graveyard decks, but I see 3 of them against the creature deck.
You had Spellbombs against Dancy.
I drew Spellbombs against Snell in game 3, and I drew Spellbombs against Dancy in game 2. Won the Spellbomb. I drew 3 Spellbombs in my opener against him.
Yeah, I saw that. All the Spellbombs! But,
I'll go up to 26 lands, I guess, because I'm playing too few.
I mean, sometimes the deck just seizes.
I mean,
you had good showings all night, and then
didn't play Magic around for 5 lands in 2 games.
Anyway.
How many cantrips? Is it just the Serum Visions, or is there
3 copies of Opt, 3 copies of Nile Spellbomb?
Okay.
And like 36 planeswalkers.
I only have 3 copies of Jace, 2 copies of Teferi, and 1 copy of Kaya. So
3 mana
Can't cast.
standard Kaya.
yeah,
Yeah. They killed Danzy.
felt real good.
Supreme Verdict to keep the board clear and Kaya you out.
3 copies of Esper Charm, but I didn't see those out. Not that I could cast them with the 2 lands that I was on. But
Seems good.
yeah.
Anyway, I was just about to head out. Any last words before we go?
Play more than 25 lands.
Sure.
Yeah,
Jarvis?
Play fewer than 22.
apparently.
I mean, it works for Boggles.
Play decks where you don't have to hit your 4th land drop. Let's do with that.
Anyway, 3 rounds. I don't know if there's going to be a 4th.
It depends on if Captain wins his game match or not.
But I'm done after 3.
Yeah.
So, again, got some good magic, a couple misplays, some missed triggers, an apparent indestructible Snapcaster Mage, but aside from that, seems good. Anyway.
I mean, the Snapcaster Mage didn't do a whole lot. So.
No, he didn't, but it's the principle of the thing. So anyway.
Actually doing decent on the year.
Yeah. Yeah, you're not too bad. You're 4-1. Snell is 6-9. Danzy is 7-10. Tonight was like the only night that he played Rhinos and lost. I still hold strong that 2019 is the year of the Rhino. But anyway, I'm gonna get out of here. I gotta shut down, and I've been Evil Bob, reminding you that however you choose to live your life, I approve.
I second that approval.
Have a good night. Have a great evening, and I'll be back on Thursday. Goodbye, everybody.
Bye-bye.